Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you're all doing good, and I hope that you're all here as the last time. I'm just waiting for 2 minutes so everybody will be here. Then, inshallah, we will start reading and going through the book that we have. But first of all, I wanna thank the group SSC 1998 and HSC 2000 and the Academy in Arabic. So I'm just waiting for you to join the live. Then inshallah I'll start. Okay, so let's start. So we will start reading from this page. Just I'm waiting for the page to show on in your side. So yeah, that's it. So um, just to refresh what we have been doing the other day in the second class that we have been talking about that we have this book called uh, الطريقة البغدادية, and this book specifically is about how to read the Arabic alphabet and how to get to know the difference between the letters, the sounds of the letters, and the harakat, which is the vowels. Right now, we are in the first part of the vowels, which is the short vowels. So the short vowels is fatha, which is what we are talking about today, inshallah. Then the next vowel is dhamma, and we have also kasra. So we'll start reading one page right now. Then I'll get it back as you will join the live. So let's start reading from here. The first line, the first word. I go from the right side to the left side. So and so you can read it like that, or you can read it na, which is spelling na. Then you can spell this ba na, then ta na, ta na, then ثا نا ثا نا. I want you, as you're listening to me, that you start repeating after me. Then ja na ja na. Ja na it's ha na ha na. After hana it's kha na kha na. Then it's da na da na. Then after dana it's the na the na. After dana it's ra na ra na. After rana we have za na za na. We are on the third line. The last word in the third line from the left side is za na. Then the fourth line from the right side, the first word sa na sa na. The second one is sha na sha na. Then the third word in the fourth line from the right side is sa na sa na. After sa na it's da na da na. After da na right now yeah after da na it's ta na ta na. After ta na it's va na va na. Then it's a na a na. Then it's gha na gha na. Then it's fa na fa na. Qa na qa na. Then it's ka na ka na. Then it's la na la na. Then the last line, the first word from the right side is ma na ma na. Then it's na 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 na. Then it's wa na wa na. Then it's ha na ha na. And the last word that we have on this page, in the last line on the left side, is ya na ya na. Then here we have 6 letters in the Arabic language that's sometimes it's not connected with what's after it. Let's see what we have. We have alif, dal, dal, ra, ra, zay, and waw. These 6 letters cannot be connected to the letter that's coming after it. It could be connected to the letter before, but not the letter after. Let's see. In the first line, in the right side, we have letters like these 6 letters when it's connected with what comes before it. So we have the letter alif connected to the letter ba in the first word, which is ba a. Then sa a. So here it's connected, but it's connected to the letter that's coming before. So ba'a and sa'a, we have alif, which is connected to the letter before. Ba. In the left side, we have the same letter alif, but when it comes in the beginning, it cannot be connected to what comes after, as we just said. So we have alif with ba, and alif is not connected to ba. So ba. So in the case of ba before alif, it was connected, but in the case of alif before ba, it's not connected. So ba, ba. Then the same word that we had, which is sa'a, has sin and alif. Then we have sa, which is alif and sin and alif before sin, so it cannot be connected. The second line, we're talking about the letter dal. When it's coming after other letter, it could be connected, like in the word ma da. There are word that has two letters and dal is one of it, and dal is coming at the end, so it's connected. Not specifically at the end, but as it's not the first letter in the word, could be connected. Ma da, so meme connected to dal, then ha da, ha connected to that. Then the same dal with the same letter meme that was connected because that dal was the second letter in the word, when change it to be da ma, which is dal at the beginning, so dal cannot be connected to meme, cannot be connected to any letter when it's the first letter in the word. So da ha. The same case, we have dal and ha was connected when ha was before dal, but when it's dal before ha, so dal is not connected to ha or any other letter. So now we talk about alif and dal. Let's talk about dal. So dal, the same case, when it's the first letter in the word cannot be connected. When it's not the first letter, could be connected to the letter before. So in the case of ka, the dal is connected to kaf because kaf is before, and ha, the dal is connected to ha because ha is before. But in the same letters, when it changes to have the before ka, so the ka, that is not connected. And in the same line, the third line, the last word has the ha, when dal was the first letter in this word and ha is coming after, it's not connected. So now we talk about alif, dal, dal. Let's turn to ra. We have sa, ra, and qa, ra. Ra is coming, and it's not the first. It's not the first letter in this word, so it's connected with what comes before. But in the same letters, sad and qaf, when ra comes before, so it's not connected. So ra, sa, ra, qa. In this case, it's not connected with what's coming before. After, it's not connected at all. In this case, then a, za, fa, za. Then we have za, a, and za, fa. The same. Then we turn to the last letter in these six letters that cannot be connected with what's coming after. So ha, wa, la, wa. Ha get connected to waw and lam get connected to waw. But in the case of wa, ha, and wa, la, it's not connected. So we have here more letters and words to read, and this is words with hurufun muraqqaqa, which is light letters. So sa, a, sa, a. Both are light letters. So in the first line, the first word sa, a, we have two light letters, sin and alif. So both light. How to make this pronunciation? You say it like that. Sa, a. The second word in this line is sa, a. Then ha, ma, and ha, ma. The second line we have fa, a, fa, ha. Then we have ba, ta, and ta, ba. Then we have ma, fa, tha, ma. Then fa, da, and da, fa. So, if you continue, I have a question. If any one of you can answer this question on uh, on the comments. So the question is, I have been talking right now about letters, six letters that cannot be connected to what comes after. So, any one of you remember the letters that I have been talking about? It's six letters. I give you like a minute to think, and let's see who will get that and write the right answer in the comment. Remember, okay, I'm still waiting. So it's easy. It's the letters that we have been thinking about in the page before this page. So, okay, if anyone answer, that's fine. If no one remember, I can answer that and we can continue. So let's just go and continue and until you get the answer. So the answer for this question is we have been talking about alif, dal, dal, alif, dal, dal, ra, zay, and wow. So I'll write the answer for you in the comments. Alif, ba, no, I'm sorry. We do not have ba in this case. We have that, ba. So alif, dal, dal, ra, and zay. So the question is the letters that cannot be connected to the letters that's coming before when you are writing. I'm sorry if I cannot see all of your comments while explaining the lesson, because in the order to look at the comments, I have to get out of the book. So I just continue explaining, and in a few other 5 minutes, I'll ask you another question, and if you didn't get it, I'll tell you what the answer, inshallah. So let's continue reading here. We have been in the last line, in the first part of the skill of pronouncing two light letters, as we have been reading here. So the last line of that is ba, sa, sa, ba, ta, ka, and ka, ta. Those all are light letters. So the next part of this book, of this page specifically, is talking about the skill of pronouncing two heavy letters. So let's read the first line. The first word from the right side is ra, da, heavy. Ra, da, heavy letters. And then da, ra, heavy. Da, Ra. I want you to repeat this after me. Then it's Ka, Sa, all heavy. Ka, Sa. Then the last word in the first line in this part is Sa, Ka, Sa, Ka. The second line is Sa, Ra, Sa, Ra, and Ra, Sa, Ra, Sa. I'm sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah, sure. Let's continue. So we have been talking about the heavy letters that we are talking about in this page in here. So we have Ra, Ba, as I said, and we have Ba, Ra. Then the second Dara is the same first Ra, but just exchanging the place of the letter. This is the first letter is Ra. This is the first letter is Da, but the same, both heavy letters, and the following is also the same. So Ka, Sa, Ka, Sa, and Sa, Ka. So, and the second letter of the part of reading two heavy letters is Sa, Ra, Sa, Ra, and Ra, Sa, Ra, Sa. Okay. Then the third is Ta, Ka, and Ka, Ta. Then we are at Ta, Ra, and Ra, Ta. Then Ka, Ba, and Ba, Ka. The last line in this page is about Sa, Kha, and Kha, Sa. Then Kha, Ta, and Ta, Kha. So here we go more about treat together both light and heavy letters in the same word together. So let's talk at the first page. We have the word ta, ba. This is light. Ta, ba with ta. Then the same word, not the same word, the same kind of pronunciation with heavy letters. So instead of saying ta ba with ta, which is light, we have to say ta ba with ta, which is heavy. Then ka ta with ta, which is light. Then ka ta with ta, which is heavy. It will go all both ways with the same. You have two letters. One of it is making the light sound. One of it is making the heavy sound. The first letter will be with the light sound. Then the second will be with the heavy sound. So I'll just read, and you have to focus on that and try to pronounce both light and heavy letters. So ha, da, ha, ba. Fa, sa, sa, fa, the, ha, and the, ha. Then ta, a, and a, ta. Ka, the, and ka, the. Ta, fa, and fa, ta. So we have another question, and the question is, I want you to mention, let's say, two light letters and two heavy letters from this page. So we have this page, we have all of words, all of letters. Write down on the comments part, the comments section that we have in here. If you are looking at this lecture through the group of SSC 1989 or 1998, sorry, and HSC 2000. So if you're in the group, if you're on the Facebook page, if you are looking through in Arabic Academy on Instagram or Facebook, whenever that you're looking at this lecture, I want you just to think and tell me what you remember of the heavy and the light letters. Light letters and heavy letters. I want to just mention maybe one or two what you remember and tell me this is light or heavy. So think about it and write down what you remember. I'll give you space of time that you can think. So we have this page. We also have this page. You can look here. You can look here. Think about it and tell me which letter is light and which is heavy. So, anyone get it? Okay, let's go through it again and let's tell more about that. And as you think and listen by what you get, and I'm all in to tell you more about that. So, let's read again from the part of reading and the skill of reading heavy and light letters. So again, in the second part of this page, which is talking about specifically the skill of summarizing the heavy and the light sound letters. So ka, da, and ka is one of the light letters, and that is one of the light letters too. Da, ka, da, and qaf is one of the heavy letters, and da is one of the heavy letters too. So we are getting two words with the same, like not the same, but the same way of pronunciation, but one of it is light, one of it is heavy. So then we have sa, wa, and wa, sa. The second line is ba, sa, and sa, ba. Then ba, ta, and ta, ba, ka, ta, and ka, ta. So ka always light, ka always heavy. Ma, da is heavy, and ma, da is light. Wa, sa is light. Wa, sa is heavy. Fa, da is also the same case of one of the light letters. Then fa, da is one of the heavy letters. So we have more of that, of heavy and the light letters. So if any of you have any question, you can write the question, and I'm all in to try to help you as I can and answer your questions. I'm listening to you. So we have like 10 minutes left. I'm all in to answer your questions, but you just have to write down if you have any, and let's discuss more about that, because the following next like pages in this book is more explaining the same rule that we're talking about right now, which is the skill of reading heavy and light letters when it's in the same word to light letters, or in the same word to heavy letters, or in the most part would be both in the same word. So it's really important skill that you have to have with your pronunciation. Look at the screen and think about it, and I'm all in to answer your questions that you have. Okay. So as of that, we didn't get any question yet. So let's read more, and I look again at the comments section if any of you have anything to ask about. So let's read from the first line, from the right side to the left side, the same skill of reading light and heavy. Sa, sa, ra, sa, da, sa, and da, sa, ra, ka, and ra, ka, ka, ra, and qa, ra, sa, ha, and sa, ha, ra, da, and ra, ba, sha, ta, and sha, ta, a, the, and a, the. So ta with ta is the light and the heavy, dal and the is the light and the heavy, ha and ha is the light and the heavy, dal and dad is the light and heavy, qaf and kaf is the light and heavy. Then we have sad and sin, light and heavy, dal is light, ta also is light. So this is what we are talking about today, the heavy and light letters. Then the second part of this page is more continually reading the same. So ha, ra, a, ra, ha, va, ha, da, da, sa, ta, sa, za, a, va, a, a, qa, a, fa, ra, ra, fa, la, ta, ta, la, ba, kha, and the last word of the page is kha, ba. So this is all what we're gonna go through today with this part of understanding the right pronunciation of the Arabic letters with the light uh, letters and the heavy letters, and the skill of reading word with two light letters, and the skill of reading word with two heavy letters, and the skill of reading word has two light and heavy letters. Sometimes comes after each other, sometimes comes at the end and the beginning of the word. It's just about that you practice more and use your mouth and tongue, and specifically in Arabic language, you have to use your throat. You have to push more. Sometimes with some letters, you have to make sounds that you cannot normally do. Just practicing more and push yourself more and try your best to learn as you give this time and spend time practicing, as you'll be better with that. And as we have like around 5 minutes left in this, so I'm all into your questions if you have any, and we'll continue the next class from the page of 15 in this book, The Way of Al-Baghdadiya Reading. So feel free to ask, and I'm here for the next 5 minutes to listen to your questions. So write it down on the comments part. So if you're here and you didn't hear what I said, I was saying if you have any question, that feel free to write it down on the section of comments as you are watching us on Facebook group of SSC 1998 and HSC 2000, or in Arabic Academy. And as of that, this is the end of our class. I want to mention that if any of you, as I get to know, that you are all about the same age of 40. So if any of you have any kids or any something that interesting in learning Arabic, we're all here to help and We're all here to support you and your family in the way of getting to learn the Arabic language or getting to know more about that. So I was just hoping that you will have questions that I can help you answer today. You had the last class, but I'm sorry I didn't get time to do that the other day. But today we get time, but you didn't ask about anything actually. So I hope that you're doing good. And inshallah, as I told you, if you have any, if your family, your sons, or any part of your family is getting to learn or trying to understand the language, we're all here to support. The group is SSC 1998 and HSC 2000. The Academy in Arabic and me, Mr. Hussein Elgendy, is all here for you to support and give you all what you needed. So that's it for today. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And inshallah, our next class will be during Ramadan. So we'll let you know when our next class, inshallah. And we have a schedule for Shahr Ramadan as it starts, inshallah, from the first day to at least the 25th of Ramadan. We'll be all this time together learning and getting to know more. And I hope that will be more valuable for you and more entertainment too. We'll try to use new things during the class. We'll try, if we can, to give you some little bit of exercises to do, and we can maybe at some point have some of you here with us on the live to try to read Arabic with us. So we have a lot of things for you. Just be okay, and inshallah, the next time we will meet and I'll explain more of Arabic for you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.